2016, 7.5 million people snowboarded, according to retroskiing.com. Now, I've never been, and I would like to. So for this speech, I did extensive research on snowboarding to find out what it's all about. Now, who here has been snowboarding? Okay. And I'm going to dive deeper into snowboarding for this speech and why it catches my eye and why I've always wanted to go and never have been able to. First, I will cover the history of snowboarding and how it came about. And then I'll cover what exactly goes into snowboarding and how it's done. And then lastly, how I plan to go snowboarding for my first time. So to start off, I'd like to cover that most people didn't know the first snowboard was called the Snurfer. And it was made by someone named Sherman Poppin in 1965. He made the first prototype. And typically, really, this is it right here. What it is it stands for surfing on snow. The wife gave it that name. What it is basically two skis bolted together with and they later on added a rope to help steer. And the idea caught the eye of Brunswick Corporation, a sports equipment manufacturer. They licensed it and started producing the manufacturing nationwide. Around 1 million were sold by the end of the 70s. 1975 was the next big turning point when Dimitrij Milovic created a new snowboard called the Winter Stick. And that caught the eye of Newsweek magazine, which gave it lots of publicity. Obviously, it's a big magazine. Next, I'd like to cover that, okay, so most people aren't experts on snowboarding, unless you've been. And so I'd like to go over the construction of a snowboard and what the typical snowboard is like. So the average board length is 5 feet in length and 10 inches in width. And every board has a side cut, allowing boards to be easily turned. Boards also typically consist of fiberglass. That is what they are typically made of. Now, there are 3 main types of snowboarding. And there's different boards for each type of snowboarding. The most popular kind is easily the free ride. That is what most people do when they're on ski lodges and stuff. The other 2 kind are free riding and alpine. And there's also competitive snowboarding, as you can see here. So this would be the freestyle, this would be the alpine, and this would be the freestyle. And next I'd like to cover how I've been trying to go snowboarding for a long time now and how I plan on making this happen. I've skied before, never got the chance to snowboard. So I did research. I ended up doing research on the most popular snowboarding places, because why wouldn't you want to go to the best places there is for the best experience? Now, while there are a few places outside of America that are known to be really good snowboarding places, the best one in America happened to be Breckenridge, Colorado, and Lake Tahoe, California, according to travelchannel.com. This is Lake Tahoe, and this is Breckenridge. Now, I'd love to go to Breckenridge because I've been in Colorado before. It's beautiful. And so to make this happen, we've been trying. I would like to plan a trip with the boys, make a trip up to Colorado one day. And we happen to know someone who has a house in Colorado. So we'd like to plan a trip, go up there. We'd like to go over winter break And because
now.
what's a better time to ski than winter break when the snow's all around? And so now to conclude, you can see why I have always wanted to snowboard. We've covered the history of it, what all goes into snowboarding, and how I plan to make it happen. Hopefully I convinced y'all to do something that you've always wanted to do, and now let's make it happen. Thank you.
Wasn't long enough.
It's only 5 minutes, Avon.